Okay, first thing mga kapatid, all men are allowed to go inside. Okay? But unfortunately, because of the situation of COVID-19, so kaka-kaka yung situation. Now, bad news, whether it is good time or bad time, all the women are not allowed to enter the monastery. So that's the rules, okay? That's the rules. Baka matempt sa inyo si Father, okay? Okay. So, Mar Saba is preserving one of the ancient tradition, and that is not allowing any women to enter the monastery. So the monastery is excluded only for men, for the hermits, or for those men who wanted to isolate themselves from the crowd or from the crowded community. Now, who is Mar Saba? Mar Saba, like Saint Theodosius, he was also born in Cappadocia in Turkey. Now, while in Turkey, he was raised in monastery for 10 years. And according to the story, when he was 18 years old, he came here in the land of Israel. And then, at the age of 18 years old, he traveled like Saint Theodosius. He traveled here in the wilderness of Judea. And he spent around 5 years traveling everywhere here in the land of Judea until he came in this place. He found also a cave katulad ni Saint Theodosius, and he found a source of water. Mamaya dyan sa baba, you can see a running water, and that water came from Mount Zion in Jerusalem, and that is the water from the spring underneath Jerusalem. So, and then it leads to Dead Sea. Kaya sometimes parang kapag nakita mo yung water dyan, okay maligo sa Dead Sea, parang ayaw mo na rin. Okay? Now mga kapatid, when he found this place, then all the leaders of monasteries here in the Holy Land, they gave him permission to start building this monastery. And when he built this monastery, it was able to host around 500 monks. So this is the most flourishing monastery in the ancient, around 5th century BC. So this is the biggest monastery, and it is old as the monastery in St. Catherine in Mount Sinai. So kaya mga kapatid, dito sa Holy Land, ang pinakamatandang monastery for hermits ay walang iba kundi itong Mar Saba. Okay. Now, later on, when some empires came here in the Holy Land, like the Persians, okay, so the Babylonians, and then the Romans, and then the Byzantine, they destroyed this monastery. So along those years, nagkaroon ito ng mga renovations. So ngayon, the purpose of this huge walls that you can see surrounding this area, it is for protection for invading forces or people. So that's the purpose of this wall. But originally, there is no wall, just only a plain monastery. Now, according to history, some of those monks here was murdered by Seleucid troops. Pinugutan sila ng ulo, they were beheaded, and then the good thing is some of their remains nandito pa rin sa monastery na ito. And another thing that we need to learn, si Mar Saba, he was buried here. So as we go there, you can see a dome, a golden dome, that was a cave. And Mar Saba, the saint who built this monastery, was buried there. But later on, around 12th century BC, his remains, his bones was brought to Venice in Italy. But around 1965, the people here requested again to return his bones, and by God's grace, it was approved, and his body was in display inside of this monastery. Okay, so once again, only men are allowed, but because of the situation, no one can enter the monastery. So but the best place to take picture or of the view of the monastery is on that area. That tower is called the Women's Tower, and that is intended for the women, because you are not allowed to enter the monastery. They built this tower intentionally for women so that you will be able to see the view of the monastery. Okay, so that's the purpose of that tower. So since kami namang mga kalalakihan, kung sakali mang bukas yung monastery, nais namin kayong damayan, kaya hindi na rin kami papasok. Pupunta na rin kami doon sa area na yon para tanawin ang monastery. And the best place to take picture also para sa background ng monastery is in that area. That's why everybody should go in that area. So as we go up there from this way, as you return in this area, you have to go down in the stairs to have another view of the place. So we will be spending here 30 to 40 minutes. So you can have the best picture as much as you can. Is that fine with you?
Yes.
Okay, so Yala, let's go mga habibi.